Hello guys, it's me Zane. Well, I thought that we did quite a few repottings in the last few days, a few months, no, the last few weeks. I thought it would be kind of good to see how these orchids and plants which are repotted, how they are doing right now. If you're already here, well, check out my other videos, you can subscribe to this channel, you can follow me on Instagram, and let's take a look at these because there is stuff to talk about. Okay guys, so right now it's really fun to actually sit here and not do anything, just to talk about some plants, because right now I'm working a lot and I'm dancing a lot and I'm doing a lot of things at once. So, and also yesterday I was at a dance competition and my legs hurt AF. So it's really fun to just sit and talk here. It's going to be maybe good if you look back at these repottings. So I'm not gonna talk about them in an order in which I repotted them, simply because I don't remember that. First we're gonna take a look at these plants, then I'm gonna bring here two more plants which are repotted, but there is a reason why are they not here right now. Okay, so this plant is my, well, you cannot see the full thing. This plant, I'm just gonna lay these strings on the table so you can see them. Okay, so this plant is my Senecio Rollianus, and we repotted it together because I was not satisfied with the soil which was inside this pot, and right now I kind of am, since I pre-mixed this soil and I mixed this soil, so I know what's inside right now. But there was an issue. When I hanged this plant outside, there was something happening with it, and I just don't know what, because I wasn't home. And when I came back home, I just saw that the pot is actually not laying but standing in a different pot, like on the soil. So I think maybe it fell down, or someone was watering it. No one is watering my plants, I don't know. Something happened to it. And unfortunately, some of the soil which I put in this put in this pot is like not existent there anymore. There are some gaps which I need to fill still. I saw that after I repotted it, well, there was a little dehydration going on with this plant before that, and after that, when I repotted it, they just plumped back up with water and they are hydrated properly right now. So, well, that's good. Nothing had stopped growing. There are still some growing tips, so I assume that there are some growing root tips inside the soil, so that's great also. So in the case of the Senecio Rollianus, we actually did not like mess too much with the root system, because I just took it from its original soil. I just refreshed the soil, so there was not a lot of messing up and cutting the roots and cutting the leaves, so there was not a lot of energy loss, let's say like that. This plant is still doing okay. It's a really unlucky plant in my collection. I don't know why, it's just an unlucky plant, but still it's growing and it's doing its stuff, so I guess that's good. My second plant which I wanted to talk about is my Vonda Hiroshima choice. And well, in that video where I repotted this, or actually changed the whole growing method of this, I said that I wanted to repot it because since this is a Vonda, it was in a tiny basket in which Vondas come pair rooted, and you have to water them every day like I do with my other Vondas. But since this has a Neophynetia in the parentage, as one of my viewers actually pointed out, I felt that it needs more water, so the actual daily soaking wasn't enough for the plant, and I was like, well, yeah, sure, I will need to repot it into a pot or something. And so that comment actually said that, yeah, Neophynetions actually need more water, so it was a smart idea to repot it. Yeah, I can see that it was a smart idea to repot it. Again, it was not a messy repotting, since it was a pair-rooted plant, so actually it was quite the smooth experience for this guy. You know, that's how I like it. I wasn't expecting like setbacks or anything. And actually I can already see that the plant is feeling better in this container since it's getting hydration like regularly and there is like not a lot of wrinkling going on. I have this root here just like growing out into the world. It wants to see the world, I guess. As this plant is getting more hydration and it's like feeling better, the end of the root is getting a little bit thicker. You know, we all want those thick roots. But still, I have some concerns. There is this big plant here, but there is this little keiki. It's a basil keiki. I'm not gonna remove it or anything. I'm just gonna leave it there because the plant is going to be bushier and that's what I like. The two bottom leaves are not looking so great. They have these weird patches and stuff which seem that they are not like spreading or anything, but they're there. That's what I feel with these leaves. Maybe I'm just gonna remove them, maybe not, I'm not sure, because these patches are spreading so slowly that I cannot even be sure that they are spreading or not. So yeah, now let's take a look at this big huge guy here. Here's my dendrobium. Ooh, what's your name? I forgot. This is my favorite dendrobium nobile hybrid, that's for sure, and the name is let me think. I know, it's Oriental Smile Fantasy. There was a little bit of a root loss, but it wasn't too big because this guy had a big root system. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna stake it because I feel if I will manage and bring it around carefully, it won't tip over because it was a little bit wobbly when I repotted it. Well, right now, this plant is not going anywhere. I can move it and it's not going anywhere, and that's because the root system actually started to grow right now because there are some new shoots. These new shoots are being created right now, so that means new roots and stuff. So the roots are now growing out from the pot and inside the pot, and basically everywhere I can see some new root tips. And also I've seen that these new shoots are just starting to grow their own roots. So yeah, this plant won't suffer at all because, you know, I repotted my dendrobium nobile at the right time, just before the roots start to grow. But this plant is already really healthy and huge and stuff, and I just love it. So yeah, there was like no doubt in my mind when I repotted it. It's big and gorgeous and I just love it. Now I'll bring here these two more plants which I want to talk about. That's gonna be nasty. Here I am with these two Hoyas. So some weeks ago we repotted some Hoyas into this semi-hydro thingy because I thought that's my last resort with them and I don't know what to do about them. And I actually heard that, well, Hoyas can actually do great in semi-hydro. So I was like, well bitch, let's do it. I had problems with my Hoya Australis. Like, there was no time when I did not have problems with this plant. It was always weird, losing leaves, growing some new leaves, then losing them again. They had some patches and stuff, and you know, maybe it's a bacterial or fungal infection or whatever. All the leaves are shed, basically. Besides these two leaves on the top, but they will be shed anyways soon because they are already yellowing. This is not good. So I decided I will throw this plant out and I will just live my life happily without my Hoya Australis. I still love the Hoya Australis because it has these really star-shaped flowers and I love them and I need that in my life, but not from this plant. I just know I don't want to see this one anymore. Now here is my Hoya linearis, the love of my life. With my Hoya linearis, I decided that I will cut one of the stems. So I ended up with 3 stems which I just inserted into this well, not soil, into my leca pellets. I hoped for the best. So I think 2 of the stems had already root systems because they were potted, and one of the stems, I just don't know which is that one right now, but one of the stems did not have a root system and I just like stuck it into the pot, and that was everything what I did. As you can see, this stem part is just rotted out completely. It has no roots. It just, you know, it's really sad, it's really bad, so I'm just pulled it out right now and I'm just gonna throw that shit out together with my Hoya Australis. I have these other like stems here, if I touch the leaves, they are perfectly hydrated. They are not that wrinkly as they were before I repotted it. So these, I think these started to root down, and I think these are actually growing some roots right now. Well, there is one problem with them, both of these plants. They have mealybugs. Again, I mean, I hate mealybugs at this point. I hated mealybugs like in my whole life. Actually, this plant is growing some roots and everything is going fine with it, except the mealybugs. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna throw out my Hoya Australis, and I'm not gonna think about it like ever in my life. And with this one, I'm just gonna praise the Lord. I'm just kidding. And I'm gonna go in with hydrogen peroxide or I don't know, or alcohol or whatever, and I'm gonna kill all of the mealybugs which are there, and I'm gonna kill the mealybug eggs and mealybug larvae and whatevers. I'm gonna kill every single moving pest on this plant. This is my video for today, I think. These were my 5 plants which I wanted to talk about. So yeah, this is my video for today, and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and leave a comment down in my know-it-all section. So yeah, see you next time. Bye guys.